in this jurisdiction at the time of the plea, the court looked to the prosecutor to give a narrative of the evidence that they were going to prove at trial. And that was a pre-written statement that the prosecutor read off. And it took a long time, Michael, because it laid out the knife sheath and that it was found under one of the bodies and it had his DNA on the buckle. Also laid out that, he was stalking the area. And for the first time, Michael, I learned that they had his vehicle on video speeding away from the crime scene, almost swerving and getting into an accident while navigating a turn, and how that phone was off and how it came on back on the network later, even before he got home. And we have heard about that selfie, too. Shortly after killing these 4 people, he goes and takes a selfie of himself with a big smile. And the narrative and the evidence that was purported today by this prosecutor left little to no questions about whether or not they were going to secure this verdict. The prosecutor said that he went up to the 3rd floor and killed the girls first, and that he came down or was leaving, meaning that it could have been possible that he came in to target either one or both of the women up top on the 3rd floor. That didn't come out today. And there was an opportunity for the prosecutor to quell these questions today in that statement. We don't have that particular proffer in New Jersey. We don't hear from prosecutors like the way that we did today. That was his opportunity to lay out the narrative that could give the community, the family, some answers to these questions as to why. I think it's very unlikely we're going to get it from Kohberger, although he could speak up. But I just wonder, is the prosecutor going to come up and speak on this? They could have done it today. They could have embedded that information in the narrative that they said on the record in open court for everybody that was watching to answer that question. So will we get that in the sentencing? It could come from the prosecutor in the course of their arguments, or it could come from Kohberger himself if he chooses to give a statement. But we do not have those answers yet.